Mother's annual family photo session was a spectacle of designer labels and carefully curated wealth. The grand staircase of the Henderson estate gleamed with fresh polish, outdoor lighting strategically placed to capture the casual elegance she desperately chased. I arrived in my usual attire, a simple black blazer and tailored pants. No logos, no flash, just clean lines and quality fabric. Mother's face pinched the moment she saw me. "Alexandra, darling," she sighed, adjusting her Cartier bracelet. "We discussed this. The family portrait is our holiday card centerpiece. Couldn't you have made an effort?" My sister Vanessa descended the stairs in a flutter of silk and diamonds, her photographer husband Chad trailing behind with his professional camera gear. "Oh my God," Vanessa gasped, eyeing my outfit. "You can't be serious. This is going to thousands of people, including the country club board." Dad emerged from his study, Rolex glinting. "Alexandra, your sister's right. Image is everything in our circles. You know this." I checked my phone discreetly, another message from my marketing team about tomorrow's citywide campaign launch. Perfect timing. "I think I look perfectly fine," I said quietly. Mother's laugh was sharp as cut crystal. "Perfectly fine for riding the bus, perhaps. But this is a Henderson family portrait. We have standards to maintain." The makeup artist Mother had hired fussed around Vanessa, touching up her already flawless complexion. "Mrs. Henderson, we should start soon. The lighting is perfect right now." "Well," Mother said, giving me that familiar look of disappointment, "I suppose we'll have to work with what we have. Though perhaps, Alexandra, you could stand in the back." Chad adjusted his camera settings. "The back row will be darker anyway. It might help minimize the contrast." My phone buzzed again. The billboard installation downtown was complete, right at the intersection my family would pass tonight on their way to their charity gala dinner. "Actually," I said, gathering my bag, "I don't think I'll be in the photos this year." "Typical," Vanessa sniffed. "Running away when things don't go your way. At least we'll have a presentable family photo without you." Mother touched her pearls, her nervous tell. "Darling, don't be difficult. We're trying to help you. If you just let us guide you." "Guide me?" I asked softly. "Like you guided me away from starting my own company? Like you guided me towards suitable jobs that wouldn't embarrass the family?" "Now listen here," Dad started, but I cut him off. "No, you listen. Enjoy your photo session. I have a meeting to attend." I checked my watch, a subtle Patek Philippe that cost more than Vanessa's entire wardrobe. "Oh, and when you drive downtown tonight, pay attention to the new billboards. I hear they're quite illuminating." "Billboards?" Mother's perfectly plucked brows furrowed. "What do billboards have to do with anything?" I smiled, heading for the door. "Around 7 p.m. I believe. Right when you're heading to the gala." "There she goes again," Vanessa called after me, pretending to be mysterious about her little computer job. As I left, I heard Mother instructing the photographer, "We'll take the photos without her. It's better this way. At least now we won't have to explain to the board why one of our daughters looks so modest." My driver waited around the corner with the Maybach, carefully hidden from their view, of course. As we pulled away, I reviewed the final proofs for tomorrow's campaign on my tablet. My face, 50 feet high, would greet them at their favorite intersection, alongside headlines they couldn't ignore. Sometimes I mused the best family portrait is the one that shatters the frame entirely. To the office, I told my driver. We have a launch to prepare for. The marketing team was waiting. The PR team was ready. And in 6 hours, my family would learn exactly what their modest daughter had been building while they were posing for pictures. At 6:55 p.m., I sat in my private observation room at the top of the city's most exclusive restaurant, the Summit. Below, the intersection of 5th and Madison pulsed with evening traffic. My family's preferred route to the annual charity gala would take them right through it. Ms. Chin, my marketing director Sarah, entered with a tablet. "The digital billboards are ready for activation. All 12 of them." I nodded, sipping my 1982 Lafite Rothschild. "And the timing?" "Synchronized perfectly. The moment their car reaches the red light at 7 p.m., all billboards will switch to your campaign simultaneously." Through the floor-to-ceiling windows, I could see the current advertisements flickering across the massive screens. In 5 minutes they would transform into something far more interesting. Their driver confirmed they've left the estate, my assistant reported. They're right on schedule. I checked the security feed on my tablet. The Hendersons' Bentley was indeed making its way downtown, Mother no doubt still glowing from their perfect family photos. At 6:59 p.m. I stood walking to the window. Begin countdown. The billboards flickered once, twice. And then my face appeared 50 feet high on every screen surrounding the intersection. The headlines rolled across in elegant gold script. Alexandra Henderson, Forbes 30 Under 30 cover story. 3 months after the Billboard revelation, I stood in my penthouse office, reviewing the latest headlines. Quantum Innovations launches Global Education Initiative. Alexandra Henderson's tech empire transforms urban development. Billionaire Sue pioneers new model of corporate responsibility. A knock at my door interrupted my reading. Sarah entered, tablet in hand. Your family is here for the meeting. I nodded, taking a moment to look out over the city I'd transformed. Send them in. They entered differently now. Gone was the entitled swagger, replaced by something more genuine. Mother wore a simple St. John's suit, her previous ostentatious jewelry absent. Dad carried a portfolio of community project proposals instead of his usual golf club membership cards. Vanessa, most surprisingly, had traded her designer obsession for smart business attire, a laptop tucked under her arm. The education center numbers are impressive, Vanessa began, opening her presentation. After the revelation, she'd asked to join Quantum's community outreach division. Starting at entry level, no special treatment. To everyone's surprise, especially her own, she excelled. 20,000 students enrolled in our tech training programs, she continued, pride in her voice coming from achievement rather than appearance. The scholarship foundation is changing lives. Mother stepped forward, her demeanor softer than I'd ever seen it. The Women's Entrepreneurship Program has a waiting list. Who knew there were so many brilliant minds just waiting for an opportunity? After leaving the estate, now an innovation campus, my parents found new purpose. Mother used her social skills to help struggling entrepreneurs. Dad used his legal knowledge to guide small businesses. The Responsibility Committee approved the new plans, Dad said, holding reports. Every quantum company will join community projects. I studied them. The Billboard shock had broken their old facade. Now they were building something real. There's more, Vanessa said softly. One of our coding students won the national championship. She reminded me of you years ago when you tried to tell us your dreams. Silence filled the room. I found this, Mother whispered, holding an old photo of me with my first computer. I never saw it before. I was too busy staging perfect poses. But now, I see what I missed. We all missed so much, Dad admitted. Chasing status while you were creating something meaningful. I held the photo, remembering the girl who dreamed beyond family limits. The new family photos came in, Vanessa added. This time they were candid shots of us with students smiling at graduations, not staged portraits. Different kind of image, I said. A better one, Mother replied. Real success. Looking at them, I saw true change. No masks, just people with purpose. The tech conference is next week, I said. We need speakers for the youth panel. I've been mentoring young developers, Vanessa offered. The Women's Network can share real stories, Mother added. And the legal clinic can guide new entrepreneurs, Dad said with energy. I smiled. 3 months ago their world had shattered. Now they were rebuilding with meaning. Revenge had turned into something better. Change. One more thing, I said, showing a new project. The Henderson Foundation for Innovation and Community Development. I want us to run it together, as a real family. Mother's eyes filled with tears. Together sounds perfect. We worked late planning projects that would touch lives. I realized the billboards had done more than reveal my success. They had sparked a private revolution in my family. Looking at them now, engaged, genuine, purposeful, I knew this was the true success story. Not billions, not empires, but a family that finally found its real worth. Meet the city's youngest self-made billionaire. Quantum Innovations CEO revolutionizes global tech industry. $8.7 billion empire built in silence. Through my binoculars, I watched their Bentley come to a stop at the red light. Even from this distance, I could see Vanessa's champagne glass slip from her fingers, staining her designer dress. Mother's hand flew to her throat, pearls clutched in shock. Dad's face turned an interesting shade of purple as he stared up at the largest billboard, which showed me in a Bottega Veneta suit worth more than their car. Your family's phones are lighting up, Sarah reported, monitoring the social media response. The country club board members are all sharing the Forbes article. It's trending locally. My phone began to buzz. Vanessa, what is happening? Mother, Alexandra, call immediately. Dad, we need to talk. Now. I watched their car make an illegal U-turn, tires squealing as they headed toward the summit. Of course they'd figure out where I was. It was the only restaurant in the city that matched the power move they'd just witnessed. They're coming up, security informed me 10 minutes later. Perfect, I replied. Let them through. The doors burst open and my family stumbled in, still in shock. Mother's carefully styled hair was askew, Vanessa's champagne-stained dress forgotten. Dad's tie loosened in distress. How? Mother whispered, staring at the real-life version of the billboard images. All this time. While you were posing for pictures, I said calmly, I was building an empire. But you wore such simple clothes, Vanessa stammered. You took the bus. I wore what I chose to wear, I corrected her. And I took the bus because my company was developing the city's new electric transit system. Those little computer jobs you mocked? They were million-dollar contracts. Dad stepped forward, straightening his jacket, trying to regain control of the situation. Why didn't you tell us? We're your family. Am I? I asked softly. Was I family when you excluded me from events because I didn't fit the image? When you tried to shame me into taking a junior position at your firm? When you literally tried to hide me in the back of family photos today? Mother sank into a chair, her legs seemingly unable to hold her. The Forbes cover, the billboards, are just the beginning, I finished for her. Tomorrow Quantum Innovations announces its acquisition of the country club you love so much. And guess who's on the new board approval committee for membership? The color drained from their faces as the implications sank in. Now, I said, gesturing to the waiting seats, shall we discuss what a presentable family really looks like? Vanessa was the first to break the tense silence, her designer clutch falling forgotten to the floor. The Quantum Tower downtown, that's yours? The entire tech district is mine, I corrected, pressing a button that transformed the restaurant's windows into interactive displays. The city skyline lit up, each of my properties highlighted in gold, along with 37 other developments worldwide. But your apartment. Mother's voice trembled. That tiny place above the bookstore. I smiled, tapping another control. The windows showed a sprawling penthouse. My main residence. The entire top 5 floors, actually. That tiny apartment you visited was my tech incubator space where I mentor young entrepreneurs. Dad reached for the whiskey decanter on my private bar, pouring himself a generous measure. All those times we tried to help you financially were opportunities for you to watch me build something on my own, I finished. Every dismissal, every mockery, every condescending offer of help just fueled my determination. The screens shifted to show headlines from the past year. Quantum Innovations revolutionizes AI healthcare. Henderson's tech empire expands to Silicon Valley. Young billionaire's stealth success story. The country club board. Mother whispered, realization dawning. They'll all see. They already have, Sarah interjected, showing them the social media feeds. Your family photo shoot is being overshadowed by a different kind of image tonight. Vanessa stood up shakily. The charity gala. Everyone will be talking about this. Yes, I agreed. Though perhaps not in the way you'd prefer. You see, I'm the gala's main donor this year. Anonymous until tonight's revelation. Dad's whiskey glass froze halfway to his lips. The $10 million donation. That was you? Among other things. I walked to the window surveying my city. The Children's Hospital Wing, the Tech Education Center, the Renewable Energy Initiative, all quantum innovation projects. Mother's carefully applied makeup couldn't hide her pallor. All this time while we were trying to maintain our image. You were so busy maintaining an image that you forgot to look beyond it, I said quietly. Did any of you ever actually ask what I was working on? Show genuine interest in my little computer job? The silence was deafening. The worst part, I continued, turning to face them, is that I would have shared this journey with you. But you were too concerned with appearances to see the reality. Vanessa's phone chimed, more notifications. The club president's wife just shared your Forbes cover. She's asking if we're attending your technology conference next month. Ah yes, I smiled. The conference, held at my new convention center, which coincidentally just bought out the Henderson Estates block for expansion. Dad choked on his whiskey. What? Don't worry, I assured them. As majority property owner, I'm offering very reasonable relocation packages. The realtor will contact you tomorrow. Mother's hand trembled as she reached for her water glass. Alexandra, surely we can discuss. Discuss what? I asked calmly. How to present a more suitable image. How to hide the embarrassing daughter who didn't fit your mold. I pressed another button and the screens filled with recordings. Every dismissive comment, every mocking remark, every attempt to shame me over the years. We didn't know, Vanessa whispered. Exactly. You never bothered to know. I checked my watch. A timepiece worth more than their annual country club dues. Now I believe you have a gala to attend. Though you might find the seating arrangement slightly changed. I took the liberty of updating the donor hierarchy. The doors opened and my security team stood ready to escort them out. Oh, and Mother? I called as they moved numbly toward the exit. About those family photos. I think tonight's billboards make quite a statement, don't you? As they left, I turned back to the window, watching my empire gleam against the night sky. Sometimes the best family portrait is the one that shows the truth, all 50 feet of it.